Chào các bạn. How many of you guys have ever been to a country where you don't speak that language? Well, that was me when I was 7. I didn't even speak a single word of English. We lived in Iowa in 1975. I was thrown into a regular class, and how I learned English was by mimicking and copying these kids. I learned how to speak English by reading some of my favorite comic book, Dennis the Menace, and watching Scooby-Doo and Great Ape. I didn't know what they were saying. I didn't even know what I was reading, but I was just mimicking it and copying it. Then we moved to Pennsylvania and lived there for 2 years. There, I tried to immerse myself into the culture. I want to fit in. I want to belong. So what I did with my own culture, I pushed it away. I was embarrassed of my own culture. I want to be an American. I want to be like those kids. So in 1979, we moved to Mesa, Arizona. And that's when all hell broke loose. I had to grow up pretty fast. Mom and Dad had to work full time to feed the 6 of us kids. I remember in 6th grade, I walked home with my 3 little siblings, and we had to go pick up my 3-month-old baby sister and 4-year-old baby brother. I had to get them home safe. In this day and age, you don't do that, right? I had to make sure they were fed and put to bed. I had to make sure the house was clean and the laundry were folded. I pretty much did this all the way through high school. I don't know how I did it, but I did. I remember really not having a childhood or being a teenager. I don't know how I got through high school. I don't know how I passed high school. Not because I didn't want to, because I didn't have the time. And then even in high school, I worked. That's definitely not having the time. I was never able to go to a dance or to a football game. I didn't know what it was like, again, to be a teenager. In between those time, I was molested at age 8, 12, 15, and raped at age 19. There were times in my life I just want to float away. I didn't want to be part of this world because I was wondering, is this the norm in my culture? You can't tell people because it would be your fault. But I realized now it's not. It's in every culture. When I was 19, I met the love of my life. He was my everything. He listened to me. He loved me. He gave me the world. Between the age of 20 to 32, we had 4 beautiful children. They were the meaning of my life. They give me hope. They give me strength to make who I am today. So a couple years ago, I realized it's my turn. It's my time, on my terms, to go back to school. So one day, I can be out there to help someone, little old me. I am happy to tell you that I will be the oldest and the last one of 6 siblings to graduate from ASU, from immigrant parents. I am very, very thankful for my parents to bring us into this country, to give us this opportunity so we can better ourselves, to have the freedom. I'm very thankful for them. I'm honored to tell you that in May, I will be graduating with a Bachelor in Communication and a certificate in Leadership and Ethics, and that I will go change the world, and that I will make a difference. If I could go back in time, I want to tell that 7-year-old, that 8-year-old, the 12, the 15, and the 19th, that everything will be okay.